the last couple decades have seen a pretty massive explosion in technology, and therefore in the way that we communicate with each other and with our society and express ourselves. I mean, we see, plainly here being able to sit in DC and broadcast throughout the world. It also has caused a need for a sort of fundamental reanalysis of a couple of very large industries and markets that have behind them 300 years of legal history, music, movies, books, and things. I guess I'm wondering what your opinion is of the federal government's role in the protection of intellectual property, and maybe specifically as it relates to the Stop Online Piracy Act and the Protect IP Acts that are currently being discussed in the Congress.
Well, you'll be and please, I really want to make this interactive. So if I'm not getting at the heart of what you're asking, I want you to interrupt and tell me that that's not the case. But obviously, very complex. So when it comes to established property, intellectual rights, books, music, yes, that should be protected. At what point do you allow Hey Jude, though, to be recorded by other recording artists? I realize that there is a formula in place for that. When it comes to intellectual property rights and the recent ruling by this, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think it was the Supreme Court or Congress that has passed legislation that says that you can establish intellectual property, the thought of intellectual property, as opposed to actually the product of intellectual property. And to me, that steps over the line, because now you have big corporations that are filing literally hundreds of patents, and you come up with the idea, you actually implement the idea, and you didn't know that a patent existed for a product that doesn't exist because it was based on an idea, but you didn't know this, but you actually bring that idea to fruition with a product, and now you're crossways with a corporation that filed 100 or 1,000 patents based on idea, as opposed to, that's not right either. So I don't want to downplay the complexity of this issue, other than to say I think I have a sense of just how complex this is, and I take the view that no, you shouldn't be able to file on the basis of idea as opposed to idea and product.
Thank you.
Thanks. I guess that means I did okay.